TikTok used an eerie video uploaded by Hunan Ni, 1993. This video recorded the morning of the day. Around 7 a.m., a boy was preparing lunch and preparing to eat at school later. The others upstairs were still asleep when some disturbing sounds were caught by home security cameras. First, a clear voice can be heard asking, "How did you find me?" Then there was a louder black sound, which the boy said came from around the kitchen cupboard, but she knew she was the only one downstairs at that time, which frightened her very much. The boy was frightened, saved her mother first, and told her what had just happened.
Okay, so yesterday, I know I posted a video of my son, who's 11, by the way, y'all, because I know a lot of people keep saying, like, oh, you can't be afraid, you can't feed off of it, you can't run. He's 11. He doesn't understand, he doesn't know. This is his first encounter. This is, you know, something new and fresh to him, so he really doesn't understand. Okay, so he gets up around 7 a.m. every day, and he decided to make some noodles, which he told me that he was making for lunch to take to school. So he was in the kitchen making some noodles. He said that he heard a voice coming from the cabinets that said to him, "How did you find me?" When he dropped his noodles, he ran upstairs, came busting in my room, jumping all over my bed, hiding in the corner, screaming and hollering, saying he didn't want to die. Somebody was in the house, somebody was in the house, telling me to get mine because somebody was in the house, somebody was in the house. And I'm like trying to tell him to calm down, be quiet, so I can hear what he's saying. Like, nobody's in the house. I kept telling him, nobody's in the house. Like, calm down. What is wrong? What happened? But like, he kept yelling. And I'm like, calm down. So then I call my dad and I'm like, Dad, man saying somebody in the house. He won't get out of my room so that I can get them out the closet so I could figure stuff out. And he would not move. At the point, my dad was like talking to him, telling him to get out the room or to be quiet. And he finally did get a little bit quiet. We started hearing footsteps. I mean, big, heavy feet coming up the steps. So, like, now at this point, I'm terrified. I throw my robe on. I push him into the room with his brothers. I started coming down the steps with nothing in my hands. At this point, I'm just thinking I'm going to have to knock somebody backwards up the steps and just do what I got to do at this point because I got 5 kids in here. Just do that. I got 5 kids in here.
Things became even more creepy. Her mother mentioned that she had heard strange noises herself, especially loud footsteps. Although she immediately rushed downstairs to check, there was no one there. She was not sure if anyone at home felt very frightened.
Hey y'all, part 2 of our ghost friend. Okay, so fast forward back to April 8th. Man had told my neighbor, like, hey, I had a spirit talk to me this morning. She asked me, how did you find me? And she's like, oh, I know her. I know the spirit. She's a friendly spirit. Like, that's my friend. She had died in a house at 70 years old from a heart attack. And I'm like, girl, what? And why would you tell him that? Because he already freaking out. And he had came and he's like, Mommy, I went to school today and I searched up the house and a girl died in the house also. And I'm like, hell nah. Like, when I move, I don't look up the house history. I look up the schools, the neighborhood. That's it. I don't look at nothing else. Like, that's all I look up.
She told her neighbor, who told her even more horrible news. The former resident, an old woman, recently died there. Of course, while still searching for this place, he also found that a young girl had also died in this house. It turns out that his mother didn't find out the history of the house before moving in again, which may be the reason why they encountered these strange phenomena.
Do not leave me, please. I'll do anything. I'll do anything, please. I'll do anything.
Now the boy is very afraid and stays at home alone. He asks his brothers to be with him wherever they go. What are the strange sounds and footsteps in this house? It may be the ghost of a young girl or old woman who lost her life, or something else. What do you think this could be? The original source of this film is unknown, but it describes two friends who were having a live conversation with the artist when some horrible incident suddenly happened. During the live conversation, the artist in the conversation suddenly saw something strange in the room, which obviously looked less like a human but more like some kind of evil spirit. The man felt incredibly terrified and continuously shouted no.
Sí. Yo vi que la puerta que está enfrente suyo se movió.
Eso no vi, nada. Ya.
Te juro que vi que esa puerta se movió.
A ver, mío, me estaba tirando.
No, chicos, no. Yo lo vi con mis propios ojos. Yo vi que esa puerta de manera lenta se abrió y luego se cerró bruscamente, chicos.
No, no te creo,
No les estoy mintiendo ni por mucho menos, por favor, yo les juro que por mis ojos, por lo que más tengo en mi vida, esa puerta se movió.
De verdad es imposible, no hay nada. Así que mi gato está abajo, es imposible que se mueva nada. Se ha quedado pillado. ¿Qué le pasa?
Atrás suyo hay alguien.
¿Cómo que atrás? ¡Me cago en la puta!
The other two men said that there was no one in their home, and they also went to the room for inspection according to the man's statement and found nothing. However, soon after, surprisingly, the door opened automatically again, and then a black shadow came out of it. This scene completely frightened the two friends. They immediately fled the room. When they looked back, they found that the black shadow was exactly the same as what the person in the live conversation described, which made them feel very frightened. I originally thought it was a friend playing a prank, but now I realize that it was not a joke, but a real ghost shadow captured by the camera. Although this video is short, you can feel the horror atmosphere through the reaction of the two friends and the appearance of the mysterious black shadow. The individuals in the video appeared visibly scared. The entire event was captured, creating a spine-chilling footage. This video provokes thoughts about the origin of such supernatural occurrences. Regardless, it left a remarkable and lasting impression. TikTok and each other watch people upload a weird video. A woman named Katie explained that she often hears strange sounds coming from all over the house late at night, from unexplained crashes to unknown sighs. Even his dog is acting abnormally. What does Pomf notice is wrong?
People say I'm schizophrenic. Do you hear that? Lord, save me. I'm the only one here, bitch.
Katie experienced an unusual night. When she got up at about 4:30 a.m. to go to the toilet, she suddenly heard creepy sounds, which forced her to lock herself in the toilet. She heard someone in those voices whispering, "Hospital owner, help me what? I'm the only one here."
I don't want to go out there.
decided to get up again at about the same time to go to the toilet, so she confirmed whether she would hear these sounds again. Sure enough, she didn't do an even stranger phenomenon. Through the crack of the door, she saw a shadow passing by. Although it might be her dog, those strange sounds definitely didn't sound like those made by a dog. Katie felt at a loss and wondered what had happened to Gianni.
Why are you crying? What? Maddie? Maddie? What's the matter? What? Are you okay? What's the matter with you? What? Yo, I don't even... She's crying at something and there's nothing there. I don't know what's going on right now.
In the next few minutes, his dog began to show abnormal behavior, as if something behind him was frightening him. Katie asked what was wrong with the dog. Hopefully she could give guidance. The dog was like crying and Katie couldn't see anything unusual. This strange phenomenon happened for several nights in a row and frightened Katie and made her decide to move. However, it has been 2 months and no one has heard of him again. I don't know what happened to him afterwards. Do you think this is really a chance encounter? TikTok user lady uploaded her weird experience in a professional class at a hospital in Dallas, Texas. Rui is working the night shift on a specific floor of this hospital, where something unexplained is happening. Many patients and nurses claim to have heard and seen strange phenomena on this floor.
Did you hear her?
Yes.
You hear her?
She was sleeping so we woke him up. We woke him up.
一天深夜，2名护士正在结束夜班，清理一间医疗室时，他们听到了某种声音。
You hear her?
When I heard the girl's humming or voice, one of them asked in surprise, "Did you hear his voice?" Another responded, "Yes, did you hear him get off work?" It is worth noting that there were no patients on this floor at that time, so no one else should be present except these 2 nurses who were on duty.
That was you.
No, I swear to God. Was that something? Bitch, come on.
On another night, another nurse caught a similar voice. She asked in surprise, "Is that you?" But the colleague replied, "No, I swear to God, it wasn't me." The voice the nurse heard sounded almost exactly the same as the other nurses heard a few days ago. On the same night, another nurse noticed that the door opened automatically, but there was no one around, which made the nurses even more convinced that these phenomena might be due to the spirit of a young girl who once lived on this floor, and who used to love Hyunggong but sadly passed away. These unexplained events make the night shift in the hospital full of mystery and horror, and people can't help but wonder whether this floor is really circled by the young girl's soul, which makes people feel deep awe and fear of supernatural phenomena. A peculiar video was uploaded by TikTok user M11. At precisely 9:40 a.m., a girl named Mildred just awoke to discover her dog lying beside her in bed, which made her feel quite peculiar. Typically, her dog doesn't usually climb into her bed, so she sensed that something was amiss. Additionally, she noticed her sister was also sleeping next to her dog, with no one else present in the room. Mildred decided to use her mobile phone to document her dog's behavior. See if there's anything out of the ordinary. In the process of recording, he captured some terrible things with love. In the video review, he could see a creepy pale face in the corner of the room, which shocked the audience. Many people think that this explains the strange behavior of dogs, because animals usually people dare to know the spirit that humans cannot detect, and it is obviously this ominous spirit that makes dogs feel threatened. After viewing the video, Mildred felt very scared. Even began to tremble, afraid to sleep in that room again. His video quickly attracted widespread attention, and the audience felt creepy about this supernatural phenomenon, which also made his fear more real.